Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the March 14th meeting?
I make a motion that we approve the March 14th minutes.
Thank you, ma'am. Second. The motion to approve the March 14th minutes and the second. All those in favor, any discussion? All those in favor? Thank you.
Madam Chair, would you pull your mic a little bit closer so I can hear you?
Okay. Is that better?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I know exactly what you're talking about. We have a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
Yes, I make a motion that we approve the meeting agenda with those additions.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the minutes, the meeting agenda with the additions that were in your folder. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Thank you. At this time, we're going to have recognition and announcement. Dr. Powell.
Good evening. We have a few recognitions. If you guys will come on around, thank you. Yes, we have a few recognitions tonight. Our first one is our Vance County Early College. We had 2 students who were able to do a high-tech learning event, and I'll call it Dr. Destiny Ross Putney to present.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair, board members. I'll ask Ms. Debbie Height to join me. I did have the pleasure of going to Wilmington with 2 students who are serving on our high-tech learning student advisory. These students joined 30 other students from across the district as they had a design challenge that was based around how schools could prepare for our students for high-tech careers. I'm very pleased to say that Joshua Hernandez of Early College, he was on the team that came into 3rd place, as well as Brianna Royster from Early College. She was on the team who came in 1st place. So neither one of the students were able to join us today, but I do want to make sure that they're recognized for serving on the state level student advisory team.
Next, if I can ask Ms. Burton to come forward, we're going to honor our assistant principals in recognition of assistant principals month.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members. Assistant principals have many talents and skills that few people outside of school and education truly understand. Assistant principals are jacks of all trades, from encouraging a beginning teacher to supporting an experienced one, from greeting a student with enthusiasm to consoling a student who needs an emotional boost. And for that, we appreciate them. Every day brings assistant principals new adventures and opportunities that may include laughter and tears, joy and sadness, frustration and accomplishments. But no matter what, they're always willing to step in and do what's asked of them. So at this time, I would like to recognize the assistant principals of Vance County Schools, for there are so many things we can say to highlight the many ways that we are grateful for all of the assistant principals and administrative interns that serve the students and families, principals, staff, and students of Vance County Schools. So on behalf of the Vance County Board of Education, our superintendent, Dr. Cindy Bennett, and all of the principals, teachers, staff, students, and families of Vance County Schools, we would like to say thank you for all that you do. You are truly appreciated. And this evening, we have the following assistant principals with us. Ms. Millette from Advanced Academy. If you'll step up front with Ms. Hartness and Dr. Powers. Mr. David Johnson III, Assistant Principal at APOC Elementary. Ms. Regina Miles, assistant principal at Advance, who's currently serving at an interim role at New Hope. Mr. David Cooper, assistant principal of Kingston Street in El Vigante. Miss Yvette Fogg, assistant principal at Rollins Elementary. Miss Joy Suter, assistant principal at Dabney Elementary. Miss Alice Henson, assistant principal at STEM Early High School. Miss Michelle Edmonds, assistant principal at Vance County High School. Mr. Joe Sharrow, assistant principal at AD at Vance County High School. And we have two administrative interns with us this evening. Miss Angela Cusack is the administrative intern at Clark Elementary School, and Dora Moldovan is the administrative intern at Vance County High School. And last but not least, Mr. Orlando Terry, who is one of the assistant principals at Vance County Middle School.
One, two, you're fine. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Our final recognition is regarding our child abuse awareness. As a district, we did place pinwheels in front of district office. Part of that is, it was an introduction of pinwheels as the new national symbol for child abuse prevention. It's considered that the pinwheels exhibit a playfulness and a childlike characteristic. And so Vance County Schools placed the pinwheels on April 1st to show our awareness to this important cause. Thank you.
Thank you all of you for what you do. We really appreciate it. At this time, we will have the superintendent's report by Dr. Powell.
Good evening again. On behalf of the superintendent, Dr. Cindy Bennett, I'd like to welcome all of you to this evening's board meeting. We'll begin with the fiscal oversight monthly report by Mr. Super.
Good evening. The reconciliations are being done in a timely fashion. Thank you.
At this time, I want to share with you the summer school report. The plan for summer school is that we will offer and afford students to an opportunity for remediation if he or she scored not proficient on an EOC or an EOG. In these cases, students will receive instruction this summer, core instruction that is, in grades 3 through 8, and opportunities for credit recovery in grades 9 through 12. The audit contract renewal is up and expected to be renewed this year. This contract we've had since 2016. At this time, we do need a motion to approve.
Yes, and I think, we don't have an increase or anything with that, correct, Mr. Super?
That's correct. It's
So
the
it's
same.
the same as before. So it will be my motion to approve this contract. The
I
audit
did make a
contract.
motion to approve the audit contract. We have a second.
I second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? If not, please raise your hand. Approved unanimously. We need to go back, I believe, to the summer program plan. That has to be voted on the board. By the board. Am I correct that that has not been done? Okay, I need a motion to approve the summer school plan.
I make a motion that we approve the summer school plan.
A second?
A second.
Motion to approve the summer school plan and approve, second, I'm sorry. Is there any discussion? If not, all who approve, raise your hand. Approved unanimously, thank you.
And finally, our COVID update, our highest number in March was 4. We continue to follow the COVID safety protocols. At this time, there's no other updates for this is routine.
How about the,
At this time, we will have the Board of Education Standing Committee reports. Personnel.
we do have here the, that was added, the, Advanced County School Summer Facility Information.
Can you
Okay, we do have here, in our folders, the, Vance County Summer, facility information, you know, those, places that will be rented and those, that they will be closed for like, maintenance and renovation. And I just have, a question about, some of what we have available for the, community rentals. I see what's here, you know, I see Park, New Hope, CFI, and EM Rollins. But with New Hope, they do have a multi-purpose room, so what about the use of that?
And pardon me, Ms. White, that was my oversight. Please blame it on my bifocals here, but I did overlook that.
Okay, so this just wanted that added, okay, because I know they do have one. And use the cafeteria and then of course the multi-purpose room, and then we give the community more choices.
So I'd like to ask Ms. Sandlin and Mr. Purdue if they will present on that.
Yes, of course.
So, but that's the only question I have, just about adding that multi-purpose room and why it wasn't there.
Yeah, we can easily go back and add that in.
So, you know, community would have more choices, with that added. Okay? That's it for that.
Thank you. Personnel, Standing Committee. You done?
Personnel.
Ms. Burton, have you
I'm
done?
not hearing
Is that
what
here?
you're saying up there.
Yeah, personnel report, Standing Committee.
It's personnel committee report.
Yes.
Okay, all right then. But if I can, ask a favor, get a little closer to your mic and speak in it. I'm an old lady and I don't hear very well sometimes, most of the time. I'm like the others, they won't admit it, but I will. I don't hear that well. And so if you would do that for me, at least I can keep up with what's going on. Thank you so much. The minutes of the Vance County Board of Education meeting for the personnel. Oh, you got something else? Oh, okay, thank you. Personnel committee, thank you so much. You're welcome. Personnel committee meeting met on April 5th, 2022. Committee reviewed employment recommendations, resignations, retirements, leaves, and transfers. Also discussed was the international teachers, job fair, and North Carolina Education Corps. We voted to bring all personnel matters to the full board for approval. The revised personnel summary and the addendum are being recommended for approval. The next personnel meeting is May 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Can I get a motion to approve the personnel?
I make a motion that we approve the personnel recommendations.
I second. We have a motion to approve personnel recommendations and requirements, and then also need to come to our folder again to revise.
Do we have an addendum? I didn't see it. Oh, we do.
Yes.
I
Thank
see.
you.
So I will include that.
Thank you very much. Motion on the floor to approve all personnel recommendations, including the agenda in our folder tonight. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Wilson, any discussion? All who approve, raise your right hand. Unanimous, thank you. Finance Committee, Ms. White. Okay, Mr. Suter, you're up.
Good evening again. The Finance Committee met on March 23rd, 2022. Ms. Oxendine called the meeting to order at 12 and turned the meeting over to me. Under contracts and service, the Scholastic Education Book Giveaway Project offers pre-K through grade 13 an opportunity to select and keep 3 books for their home libraries as it promotes literacy. This would come from ESSER funds for $51,835.25. Under the accounting appropriation request for next year, fiscal year 2022-23, the proposed request for county appropriation fund for general operating, teacher supplement, and capital breaks down as the following, and you can see that in the graph for a total appropriation request of $9,532,606. The district is requesting a 5% increase to cover utility and operational costs due to inflationary rates. The annual $1,230,000 local teacher supplement is being requested. The capital request is per the approved CIP as part of the Eaton Johnson School Facility Agreement. Ms. White asked the committee to look at different sources to fund the bleacher replacements at Vance County High School. The estimated cost to remove and replace the bleachers at VCHS is $200,000 to include aisles and safety rails. The new bleachers would seat approximately 1,100 people. Under other items, the district is proposing mentor supplements for veteran teachers to help beginning teachers in their profession and recruitment incentives to current employees who recommend employees to the district for work. As also proposed is a retention and longevity bonus to employees who remain with the district. ESSER funds will be used for the proposed mentor supplements, recruitment incentive, and the retention and longevity bonuses. Being no further discussion, Ms. Oxendine motioned and Ms. Cobb seconded 3-0, voted to take the Scholastic Education Book Giveaway purchase, the county appropriation request, and the recruitment and retention bonuses to the full board for approval. Being no further business, the meeting adjourned at 12:39. The next Finance Committee meeting will be April 27th at 12 o'clock.
I make a motion that we approve those requests as stated by Mr. Suter.
Second, first and second, motion to approve the, what am I saying, idea from, Mr. Suter. Is there any discussion? All those who approve, raise your right hand. Thank you. Building and Grounds Committee met on March the 23rd, and Mr. Perdue informed us that there had been a pause in the installation of the whisper room due to structural report for the room because the equipment is very heavy. Also, the toilet we are waiting on have not arrived, and so when they arrive, that work will continue. We had the ribbon cutting for the gargoyle garden on the 5th at 11 o'clock, and there were, oh goodness, what would you say, 35, 40 people there? Not very good at guessing that, but, and it was wonderful. We all took turns. We're not ready to perform this, but we all took turns playing those instruments. And I know that our students are going to love it. It's, and not only is it beautiful to look at, the whole idea of that, but it's just going to bring joy to us. So we've already had one group of students go out there and they had such a good time. And instead of a grassy area, there's going to be that rubberized surface that you see in playground, so forth, which will be really nice. And so we're working on it further. We have 6 more pieces to come, probably that first part of June. They will arrive. The outside HVAC equipment for Rollins, ACOG and Gabby has been installed, and as soon as the electrical part is connected, that will be up and ready and running. Information on bidding is being distributed to electrical contractors to receive bids for the Clark Elementary LED upgrade. Mr. Perdue informed the committee that Young HVAC replacement is set for this summer, and the pre-bid meeting for Charles Street HVAC replacement will be on April 7th, which is passed. At this time, Dallas Brickhouse Jr. has completed his on-site assessment concerning our roof, and he will be working to get the cost plan needing to be done on a particular building. We expect to receive that information at the next committee meeting. The last thing on our agenda, other than the work reports and the monthly updates, and you have pictures in your book about our 2 properties that are surplus, and that is the old Dabney School and the Eaton Johnson 2-story property. The committee was advised that the minimum asking price should be around $250,000. Once the board has agreed to that, advertising the site and on the district website will be posted. So I would ask tonight if there are motions to go with that 250,000, if we can get that for those buildings.
I would just say that we can hold that for further discussion, because I look especially at the P. Johnson Middle School. I don't know if the person would come in, because it's not just the building alone, but that's 4 acres, and that's in the city. So I'm not comfortable with the 250 for that. They can tear that down, and I mean, you do a lot with 4 acres, and people want to stay in the city. Now, I can be more comfortable with such advance, but I would just like to hold that so we can discuss that further.
Okay, we can do that. So
Thank
we-
you. And this, I mean, that's my biggest reason, it's not like it's 1 acre, that's 4 acres, 4 acres of land.
Right.
And, land goes for a pretty good price, and especially in the city.
Okay, well, the next Building and Grounds Committee will be on the last Thursday this month, is White, and you're welcome to come.
Or else,
Anyone, any of you, that would like
we
to
don't wanna
come.
have enough so we can have a full board meeting, so I want not to do that.
Right, but
So,
if you would like to come and present yours,
some further discussion on how we came about that amount, and maybe some other people who weren't in the Building and Grounds Committee meetings either, how we came about this and what is the land value and, the property, in the city, I just need some more information.
okay, but
Property values.
I don't think that recommendation just came out of thin air, but, it was given out.
I just don't know the specifics, so I'm just not prepared.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
I would propose Kevin Perdue, put that on the agenda for the next meeting and discuss separate from the school, the Eaton Johnson property.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
A policy committee,
Okay, and what, I've had a discussion with Ms. Bergman, and what we decide to do, we'll bring this back, to the committee next month. We'll send it back to the policy committee. Thank you.
curriculum.
The curriculum committee met on the 23rd of March. Members present were myself, Gloria White, and Dorothy Gooch. Staff members present were Dr. Bennett, Dr. Powers, Michelle Burton, John Supa, Marcia Abbott, Destiny, Ross Putney, Kim Mesa, and Kevin Perdue. At this time, I'll turn it over to Ms. James for a brief. What was good.
Good evening. Mr. Wilson called the meeting to order at 9:30 a.m. and welcomed everyone. Dr. Powers then welcomed everyone and shared the agenda. The first item on the agenda was the professional development update that's presented by Dr. Destiny Ross Putney, who shared information about the 59 contact hours that were earned by 614 of our participants for the month of February. The technology update was presented by Ms. Marcia Abbott, and she shared information on the Kajit device updates, as well as the status of our work orders for the technology department. Under student services, Ms. Michelle Burton shared information about the district's attendance rate, which is at 87%. She also shared information about the college acceptance and scholarship information. Student services also provided a scholarship and FAFSA workshop at the Center for Innovation on April 7th. And she also shared draft calendars with the committee. At this time, we will turn things over to Ms. Kim Meza, who provided ESL updates, and she will share that information with us tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Wilson knows how passionate I am about ESL Migrant, so he let me put, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Mr. Wilson knows how passionate I am about this department, so he let me present my own update. But at the March Curriculum Committee meeting, I gave an update on the ESL Migrant program, and on that day, we currently had 460 English learners, and that's still a good approximation of our student body. Of those 460, I reported that 410 are native speakers of Spanish, 38 native speakers of Arabic, 5 native speakers of Pashto, 4 Vietnamese, 1 Tarasco, 1 Quechua, and 1 Chinese. And I also reported that the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction is going to begin using the term multilingual learner, ML, to replace English learner, EL. So EL will still be used for policy and legislation, so it's still correct to use EL, but they want to move toward multilingual learner, ML, as the way they refer to English learners. I also reported that we had 52 newcomers join us since school started in August. Those students are coming from Honduras, El Salvador, Mexico, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Colombia, Afghanistan, and Yemen. And I reported that I feel like we'll have more newcomers joining us before the end of the school year. We completed our annual Access for ELS testing on March the 18th. Students are screened with the WAPT or the WEDA screener when they enroll. If their home language survey indicates a language other than English, and then all English learners participate in our annual Access for ELS testing. And the testing window is typically February 1st through March 15th. Our plans are underway now for our summer programs, Mi Centro and ESL Summer Adventures. Under migrant education, we currently have 18 migrant students, 3 are high school students, 4 are middle school students, 7 are elementary school students, and 4 are out of school youth. And we do a lot of activities and supplemental programs for the students, but just to name a couple, we do an after-school tutoring program for our elementary students on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They all happen to attend APOC Elementary, so it works out nicely that we're able to have it there. And then Ms. Miranda, who's our migrant recruiter and student support person, supports the middle school and high school students after school. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Mentor does an outstanding job with our ESL department. Other updates, final updates, Dr. Powers shared updates about summer programs, which will begin on June 20th with 3 days of professional development prior to the first day for students to attend. The CNI department is also investigating the dual language immersion program. Other updates include, Ms. White did share with the team that there are various pathways for teachers to become certified teachers. We are looking forward to those pathways. And the meeting was adjourned at 10:15 a.m. Our next curriculum and instruction meetings will be held on April the 28th at 11 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
We do have the calendar.
Yes, ma'am, what do you need?
For those. And when we met, you hear me, Ms. Ellis?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Usually I can operate without the mic, but I'm gonna use my big mouth and the mic. Okay, when we met last month, we looked at the calendars and one question was about the early release dates. And if you look at the calendars now, you know, they have basically gone away and we just have optional work days. And I think that would serve, you know, the parents and the teachers, you know, just to have that whole day instead of having the early release day. And then secondly, I looked at the optional work day and some reason if they were on Wednesdays. And so if they're optional, I know our teacher, I want it on a Friday or Monday. So I did speak about that, having those moved to a Friday and a Monday. And those calendars were, I guess, on the year-round calendar and traditional school calendars. So now they would have the optional work day on, they're on Fridays now. So those were the two things, changes that were made. So it's my motion that we approve these calendars.
No second.
I second.
Motion that we approve the calendars for the coming school year in a second. Is there any more discussion? All those who approve, raise your right hand. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, community and business relations is good.
The Community and Business Relations Committee met on April the 5th. Mrs. Salmon shared a lot of information about upcoming events, and many of them have already been talked about. The ribbon cutting, Arts Alive, they've already taken place. The principal, assistant principal have been recognized, and she mentioned about the child abuse prevention. For the Vance County Public School Foundation, MACO match will match up to $10,000 will be matched for a donation received between now and the end of 2022. The LEAP grants, the application process is open through April the 25th, 2022, with up to $20,000 available. The COVID dashboard continues to be updated weekly. The ministers and literacy, Dr. Bennett and Ms. Amber Hines shared with our faith community how they can assist with literacy initiatives. You have listed in the minutes insight and analytics information. The strategic planning insight, the district completed community parents and staff survey throughout the spring to gain feedback to utilize in the strategic planning process. And I think that covers everything that has already been said about what has taken place in the community. Our next, one other thing, Dr. Ben shared that one piece of artwork at Arts Alive 2022 will be selected as the superintendent's choice. The student will be presented with a trophy and the teacher a small trophy for this recognition. The artwork will be placed at
the administrative, building in a designated spot. And our next meeting will be, announced later. Thank you, Ms. Good. There are no overnight field trips. In your folder, you have a revised transfer, of students, and you will notice some of them are 2021, 22, and then 22, 23. Do I have a motion to approve these transfers?
I make a motion that we approve the revised transfers and releases.
Thank you. Second by Mr. Wilson. Is there any discussion? All those who approve, raise your right hand. Thank you very much. We need to take care of one more little item before we're dismissed. And that is, do I have a motion to approve the executive session minutes from last month? There's no discussion, but we need to approve those minutes.
I make a motion that we approve those minutes.
Thank you. Second by Mr. Wilson. All those who are in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. We appreciate all of you being here. And hopefully we will see you next time. Meeting adjourned.